Everybody who bought cryptocurrency at the end of 2017 and is still holding those cryptocurrencies is pulling their hair out like crazy right now because cryptocurrency is dead. It's done. It's over. Maybe not. I'm just kidding. Actually, let me fix my hair really quickly here and talking about what I've learned from the last year of living, of surviving through a cryptocurrency bear market. If you've never invested in cryptocurrency and you don't care about cryptocurrency, hold on 1 second because I think there's going to be some lessons for you as well, just for overall investments, for trading in general. I'm going to talk about the cryptocurrency bear market and the lessons that I've learned over the last year in this video, so make sure you stay tuned. What's going on, guys? Patrick here. Today, we're talking about cryptocurrency 2018, the bear market, the 90% drop, over 90% drop in some cryptocurrencies. Bitcoin going from $20,000 down to $3,000 and currently bouncing around. Now, a year later, I definitely look back at some of the videos that I made about cryptocurrency and I laugh because I'm like, what kind of drug? What was I smoking? What was I smoking? I need to smoke some more of it because I was really crazy to think that I would become a millionaire from cryptocurrency a year ago. But it's hard because in the bull market, when things are going up 1,000, 10,000%, it seems like there's no way it's going to end. And well, that's normally what happens. It ends at the point when everybody thinks they're going to get rich. It's really a simple premise, a simple idea here that when you invest in something and the only thing you're thinking about is how you're going to get rich, how you're going to turn $1,000 into $1 million, well, there's probably a really good chance you're not going to actually be able to do that. So let's talk about just some of those ideas, some of the lessons that I've learned over the last year and how I've evolved and matured. I've matured as an investor and also a person because remember, this channel is a living, breathing thing. I'm learning new things every day. I'm sharing in these videos those experiences, and that's basically what this video is now. It's basically a recap of the lessons that I've learned over the last year. So the first real big lesson, I just talked about that, is if it's too good to be true, it probably is. If you think you're going to be able to turn $1,000 into $1 million in 1 year, well, like I said, it's probably not going to happen. So the next big thing that I think I learned as well this last year, just with really cryptocurrencies, investing, I think this applies to really any type of investment. Now, what it comes down to here is that at the end of the day, money talks, money walks, and money is basically what makes the world go round. And it's one thing to believe in a company, believe in an idea. You know, it's one thing to really believe in that and think that this is going to change the world, that the company that you're investing in, that the cryptocurrency that you're buying is going to change the world. And what happens is when you have this idea that your investment really is going to change the world, all you can see is just green. All you can see is all the benefits. But what you don't ask yourself, Patrick, is what if it actually doesn't change the world and nobody actually cares because I'm the only person on the internet who's talking about this cryptocurrency? Just because you believe that the company, that the investment that you made is going to change the world does not mean that it's actually going to happen. It's just not how it works. There's an old saying my dad used to tell me is wish in one hand and poop in the other hand and see which hand fills up first. Well, I'm going to say the poop's going to fill up pretty quick because I got to poop a lot actually. You can try to stand up against the big money. You can tell the big banks to go screw themselves, that I'm going to own my own currency and I'm going to rule the world with Bitcoin. But at the end of the day, if the big money isn't supporting you, if the big money isn't behind your investment or your project, you're probably going to end up losing. It's the same thing with stocks. Just because you believe that a little company is going to be magical, it's going to be the future of whatever technology they are creating, just because you believe that does not mean it's going to happen because first off, you need big money to pump into that stock or into that cryptocurrency to raise the price for you to then, get your return on investment. Now, there's a lot of cryptocurrency purists, a lot of people out there who believe that cryptocurrency is going to change the world. And the idea of cryptocurrency with blockchain technology, all of that, it's very simple. It's a mathematical equation. It's an algorithm. And the actual algorithm, the actual math behind it all makes sense. At the very source of it all, when you really get down to the numbers, it's a beautiful, beautiful thing. What Satoshi didn't really think about was how the human interaction could corrupt it, how you would have all these forks, how you'd have Bitcoin Cash, you'd have all this other stuff going on that would take away from the overall success of Bitcoin. And I think that's been one of the biggest issues in 2018 is we just had a lot of hard forks, we've had a lot of projects, ICOs, all these things breaking off and really taking away all the momentum from actually quality projects, all of the actual manpower, the money, very, very thin across thousands and thousands of cryptocurrency projects. And now, at the end of the day, it's like, who's going to actually succeed? You know, Bitcoin is mathematically correct. It makes sense. It works. It doesn't mean that humans can't mess it up. And that's really what we're good at. Humans are good at messing things up. Human emotion, human greed, at the end of the day, is what's really going to ruin things in this world. It's pretty much already ruined most of the things in this world, but that's a different video all in itself. So the next thing here, this is not a original idea by any means, but it kind of goes back to the whole idea of MySpace. When MySpace first came along, it was like, wow, MySpace is going to change the world. This whole idea of social media is going to change the world. And MySpace was really the first, where it was beautiful, it was amazing. And then all of a sudden, Facebook came along. And now today, there is no more MySpace. So it's like, wait, what happened? If MySpace was the original, what happened to MySpace if social media took over? Now you have Instagram, you have Facebook, you have Twitter, you have all the social media platforms, but the original social media platform no longer exists. Why is that? And that's kind of playing on this idea that possibly what we're seeing right now with Bitcoin, with all of these cryptocurrency projects, maybe they're just the first iteration. Maybe, 10 years from now, Bitcoin will actually have no value because nobody cares about Bitcoin anymore because there's a better cryptocurrency. And that's not to say that cryptocurrency won't succeed in the future, but it's hard to know which individual cryptocurrencies will still be around in 10 years. And like I said earlier, I watched some of those older videos that I made and I kind of laugh like, what was I thinking? I've learned a lot over the last year. I've really learned a lot just investing, trading, cryptocurrency, all that stuff. I've learned a lot over the last year. And one of those things is when you're in a bull market, when it's just green, 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 everything's amazing, it's hard to see the bear thesis. It's hard to look at what could happen because all you see is just green, green, green going higher and higher and higher. So the last thing you're going to think about is, oh my gosh, Bitcoin might actually start to crash. That possibly Bitcoin can go from $20,000 down to $2,000. That's the last thought that crosses your mind. And then all of a sudden it keeps going lower and lower and lower. And it's really hard to get out of that mindset, to go from being a bull who's going to get rich, rich, rich to all of a sudden now the market's crashing. What do I do? So I think that's one thing to really think about as an investor is always seeing both sides to the story. If you're long, you need to be considering the bear thesis. If you're a bear, you need to be considering the bull thesis and kind of always seeing both sides of the trade. At the end of the day, we're traders or we're investors, but we're also trying to protect our capital. So if we invest in a company and then all of a sudden we see it turn bearish, but we're still in the green, we got to ask ourselves, is it time to take profit? Is it time to walk away and reevaluate the opportunity, the investment at hand? Also, another really good lesson I think I learned over the last year is that support levels, support resistance, support is only support until it's no longer support. And that basically goes with Bitcoin in general. You look at Bitcoin, there was like $10,000 support, there was like $6,000 support, then there's $3,000 support. And every single support line, you're like, oh, this is going to bounce, right? It's got to bounce. This is strong, strong support. And it bounces. And it starts to go sideways. And you're like, oh, I knew it. I knew this support area was going to hold. And then all of a sudden, the support area breaks. And you're like, wow, what do I do now? And then you're like, oh, the next support. I'm going to buy at the next support. It goes to the next support. You buy at the next support. You get the bounce. There's always opportunities. Don't get me wrong. There's always opportunities to buy off those support area bounces. But at the end of the day, you have to realize that support is only support until it's no longer support. Oh, that's a lot to remember. I don't know if I really qualify as a cryptocurrency Twitter star, but cryptocurrency on Twitter, it's magical. If you really wanted to, you could go on Twitter and just read some of the stuff that people post about cryptocurrency over the last year. Just all these ideas. Maybe I'm one of those people that people could laugh at, but in general, if you just go and you read through a lot of the stuff that's posted on social media about cryptocurrency, it's beautiful and it'll make you laugh all day long. I mean, there's a lot of really funny things posted online about cryptocurrency. Really just, I guess, in general, just investments. There's a lot of people out there that post things about investments that are really funny to read. I don't know, that's one of the things I learned, 2018, you know. Also, 2018, we learned that BitConnect was a Ponzi scheme. Well, yeah, I called that one, so I don't need to talk about that. I already made a video talking about that long ago. BitConnect, Ponzi scheme, done. So at one point, everybody believed that if your cryptocurrency investment, whatever coin it was, if it was listed on Coinbase, you would become rich overnight. Well, we've seen that actually not work out as well. Recently, a couple different coins have been listed on Coinbase, and well, they didn't go anywhere. So really what this all comes down to is, as an investor in the market, cryptocurrency, whatever it is, it's always understanding that whatever investment that you make could possibly turn into a loss or a dud. You know, not every investment is going to go to the moon. Probably 99% of your investments are not going to go to the moon, because if it was that easy, everybody would be rich. Now, long term, I'm still bullish on cryptocurrency, the idea of cryptocurrency. I think Bitcoin in the future will be much higher in price. I might be shooting myself in the foot by saying that, but the idea behind Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, it is going to revolutionize the world. Blockchain technology is going to revolutionize the world, but again, it plays on the idea of how are the humans going to mess it up? How are humans going to ruin, you know, the idea of blockchain technology? But I also think that it's too easy for big money, for people to manipulate Bitcoin, stuff like that. It's just too easy for them to basically control the price of Bitcoin. So why would they want to kill it when they can just keep moving it up and down, playing it just like a fiddle? They're playing Bitcoin like a fiddle. They know what they're doing. They're professionals. They have a lot more money than you, a lot more money than me. And at the end of the day, they're going to do exactly what they want to do. And they've been doing that this year, basically. You've seen some of these moves. They're beautiful, beautiful, beautiful moves. And somebody out there is just sitting back laughing all the way to the bank. If Bitcoin breaks back above $20,000, it's going to get all the FOMO and all the people going again. And the same people who bought at $20,000 last year are going to be buying again, and they're going to get dumped on once again. It's just kind of the cycle that it goes. You know, Bitcoin might go from $20,000 to $40,000, $50,000, and someone's going to be buying it at $50,000 because they're thinking that's going to go to $100,000, and then it's going to go from $50,000 back down to $10,000, and that's just kind of the cycle. If you look at the Bitcoin chart over the last 5 years, you can see all of these different patterns, these bull markets, followed by a 90% crash, followed by a 1,000% move to the upside, followed by a 90% crash, and over. It's just, the cycle repeats itself. So there it is. I'm learning something new every day. I'm not ashamed to say that I was wrong, or I was just kind of delusional. That's the better way to say it. I was delusional because I was just really in this world of, wow, I'm getting so rich, you know, Bitcoin, cryptocurrency is going to the moon. It's amazing. And all I could think about was the upside. I never actually thought about the bear thesis that Bitcoin could be manipulated back down to $3,000 like nothing. And that's basically what happened. So there it is, sharing with you guys my experience over the last year in my first cryptocurrency bear market. I survived it. I made a little bit of money on the bounces on the way down. There it is. Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, learning lessons every single day. Always trying to be better, baby. Always trying to be better. Learning from my mistakes, you know, admitting when I'm wrong, and then walking forward. There it is. Bitcoin, cryptocurrency 2018. We just talked about it. If you guys haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Peace.